Hello everyone, it's Space Cubics Nub again, and it's time for This Week in Review. Now I know I just posted the other week in review. It's a little bit out of sync because the interview thing didn't work out and there was a lot of editing that had to happen. But back on track. So let's start with this one, eh? For October the 14th. This is This Week in Review for October the 14th. So what do we got going on here? Clan overall clan rating is now sitting at 50. Last week it was 46, so it went up a little bit, but there's a bunch of other good news, so no big deal. Don't worry about this. 50 is still a far cry from where we started off with. A couple new people, Fearful Tooth, Dirty Deeds, and Mad Russian all joined this week. Please reach out to them, say hey, send them as a friends request and that such. Hell's Bells has left. I don't know why Hell's Bells left. Honestly, I don't know. Randoms. The Rifleman. I don't even know who the hell that is. Who'd that be at? I don't know. 60% Za. Okay, well, I platooned with Zaw today, so I don't know. Maybe he doesn't cheat. Maybe he just platoons with people better than him, and that's why he gets a 60% win rate. I don't know. I don't think I can even see this name. This Da Hung, dude. I don't know what your name is, but respects to those guys for getting crazy 60% win rates. Win 8. We got Northern Lion, Edward, Dirty Deeds. Northern and Edward are almost always up here. Dirty Deeds is new, but that's so it's cool that he's up here. Executive Order, Diablo, Plausible, Captain, Laser, Mighty China, Tank Killer, Dragon, Joe 150. Yara, Cookies Man, Pack Attack, Za, Emperor. I can stop there. Some of these guys I haven't really seen before, so if you haven't been on TeamSpeak, you definitely should, or maybe we should all try to get them on TeamSpeak. I don't know. Stronghold Buildings. You know what? I didn't even get Stronghold Buildings. Oh, it's so bad, so bad. All right, here we go. Stronghold Buildings. Nothing got upgraded. That's probably why I didn't bother setting this up. Global map stuff. Okay, so global map, we're in the thick of it. We've been doing a lot of games. So we were ranked 70th. Where's the ranking? Down here. We were ranked 70th. We're now ranked 57. That's a huge jump. ELO went from 871 to 934. We're well on our way to break the 1,000, which is really freaking amazing. Clan Treasury. So the last week, when I did the last week in review, we were sitting at 6,400 gold pieces. We're now at 12,000. We have doubled the amount of gold in one freaking week. That is amazing. Skirmishes past 7 days. We've been actually doing quite a few skirmishes. I know they ran a few tier 6s, I believe. So we had a fairly dismal 38% win rate. 63 is far more respectable. We averaged 6 battles. We only did 3 last week, and we only had 10 players last week. Now we have 23. So clearly somebody spent a bit of time and put in some time to do some skirmishes, which is good because that helps with all those numbers. Advances. So what do we do? Advances, we dropped a little bit from 48 to 41%, but still respectable, still doing it. Number of games is up. We did 13 on average this week as opposed to 11 last week. And this, for me right now, this is kind of the most important number that I'm looking at. Last week we had 35 and now we have 39. That is, I think right now where the clan's at, that's more important than anything else. And we were in the low 30s weeks ago. So if we can keep pushing this number up, that would be good. You know what? I forgot to do. I forgot. I forgot. Beefy, Zach, Sortek, Bone, Bone Keeper, Shoiten, Dragon, Sick, Space, T Dog, Jamie, Beast, Merlin, Grab It, Zaw, BC. Look at all the people with above 50% win rates. Captain, Dirty, Ghost, Kursu, Edward, Cat, Katie. Sorry, Katie. You're the only. You know you're the only one right now that's under 40. That's okay, Katie. We still like you. In advances, as far as people, again, Zach, Blizzard, Thunder Chief, Pack Attack, Merlin, Just Cause, Beefy, Zaw, Dragon, Plausible, Hayward, Rolling, Jafter, and then I stop. I'm not gonna say his name because I usually stop at 50. That's the only reason why. I mentioned Katie's name, so I'll mention Captain Camo's name. So all above 50%, wicked win rates, and wicked Zaw for running 20 of those. That's pretty spectacular numbers there, as far as participation goes. Global map. So global map. This is where all of the good numbers are coming from, or worth noting. Let's say this week. So we had last week we had a 33% win rate. This week we have a 55% win rate. Huge. Total number of battles was the same, 8. Active players, we've gone up from 45 to 49. Again, as I mentioned before, this is very important to me to watch that number go up, because I think that there's a lot of good things that are going to come from that. As far as notable clanmates with win rates, Flow, 100% in 4 games. That's pretty sweet. Hull, Carl, Starbright, all with 100%. Sweet. Jafter, Zach, Pack Attack, Shoitan, Zaw, Bone, Lizard, Rolling, Sortek, Mike, Cat, Grabbit, Merlin, Dirty Deeds, Shooting Blanks, Sir Bonkers, Dirt Ghost, T-Dog, Emperor, Bleachman, BC, Jamie, Fearful Tooth, Dragon, Kursu, Mighty China, Edward, Preach, Cerberus, Captain Camo, San, Thunder Chief. Holy cow. That is a long list of players, all with 50% or better. And just because I've been doing it, I want to stay consistent. Big Nickel, 44. Yes, just below, but just like Katie and Camo, we still love you. That is crazy improvements on global maps, and I do think that a big part of it is the drills, and a big part of it is the number of active players. So continue doing that. All right. Now we finally get to interview Zaw. I've been like waiting 2 weeks to interview this guy, and last week I had to very unexpectedly interview Sick, and I definitely should have been more prepared. Didn't get my shots or anything, but this time I managed to get Zaw. So here we go. So at Zaw's interview, I finally get to interview Zaw, who's been busy with work and stuff like that, and I had to interview Sick of all people, instead of Zaw.
Poor bastard.
Poor bastard, I know. Thank you. Hi, Zaw.
Hey, what up?
All right, so what's your position here in ClanFix?
I am an executive officer. Don't ask me how I ever got that position. I think I paid Sortek off to get that position.
Not for qualifications or anything like that.
Right. Sortek took one look at me and he goes, "Man, I feel sorry for that bastard. So we're gonna have to make him an XO."
And so in the XO group, everybody's kind of got like a little bit of a role. Do you have like a specific XO role that you do?
Pretty much global operations. I'm in charge of strats position on the global map, if you will. Chipping. A little bit of PZ3 races, but typically that goes to Sortek and Oak. But clan TTP, TTP tactics, techniques, and pursuit.
Oh, that sounds like a military term, so you have to be careful with some of us, right?
Yeah, that's why I said what a TTP was. But yeah, sometimes I'll screw up and bring my military background into it, and people are looking at me like, What?
We don't know what that means.
Right?
All right, and then so what is it that so everybody I think has some lofty goals, with the clan, especially when you're an exo or combat officer or whatever type of thing. So what is kind of your goal that you want to see Pix achieve?
My overall goal is to make this clan the best that it can possibly be. I want to take everybody's strengths and double them. I want to take everybody's weaknesses, triple them, and triple them, and as in less weak.
Yes, yeah,
So,
improve on them.
my overall goal is to make the clan literally the best it can be. For example, in my opinion, we are at least, and I'm going to be, a little generous here, but at least 1100, I would say, closer to 1150 to 1200 ELO clan. That's me personally in my head. So I want to bring us to that level. I want to bring us. That's my overall goal because I know the talent is there. We've got some things to work on, but slowly but surely, that's my goal: is to get us to 1150, 1200 ELO, and worthy of Clan Wars respect.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting because BC in his interview he talked about he wanted to get like an overall clan rating into the 30s, and we have like jumped a huge amount in a month or two, and really oddly six lofty goal is that he he wants when we go into a global battle that everyone on the other team goes, "Oh, damn it, it's Fix. It's those guys. We're gonna get
Right?
rolled." So it's kind of funny that everybody's got like different ideas, but you're all basically talking about the same thing, right? You
Oh
want
yeah.
respect, and Sick just wants to be feared, which
Right?
is kind of the same thing.
Well, the only thing that fears sick is sheep.
Yes,
Wait,
yes.
what?
Stop!
I
Don't.
still like to think
I
that.
had
That's my
to
bad.
edit. I had to edit some things. The minute Six said Mexicans, I had to hit the edit button, so we're not going to go there.
Right. Right.
So, if that's your goal, what are some of the things that you're doing, to basically achieve that goal?
One of the things that I've been personally taking on self and poker specific drilling that we're doing, i.e. training. I personally, have a 26-year military background. I have 6 of those as a cop. I've got a degree in criminal justice. So I think in terms of analytical
Hmm.
and TTPs, like I said, tactics, techniques, and procedures. All of that matters. Training matters. Drills matter. Navy SEALs, before they go hit a target in an op, for special forces, they build a mock-up of whatever they're going to hit to exact specs, and they drill. They go in, they time themselves with
Hmm.
real,
Hmm.
bullets, and they go in and they hit the target and keep hitting it and keep hitting it until it's muscle memory. They continue to do that so that when the real op comes up, they are as fast and as humanly possible, and they're able to take out all the targets they can with. Well, that's the same thing that I'm trying to get fixed to do by drilling. So we go in, we do a bunch of drills, and it seems tedious, but man, does it work. After a while, it becomes strict muscle memory, and you don't have to worry about what the guy to the left of you is going to do and what the girl to the right of you is going to do because it's muscle memory.
Yep.
When we're echelon formed up, the guy to the right or the gal to the right is not going to move. You know that because we've been drilling it. So you can sit there and just devastate the enemy with precision. And that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's cool. And I think that not just because of like all the everybody's hard work and stuff like that, but definitely what the Exos and Sortec and those guys are doing, drills including, are a big part of why we've gone from well over 100 down to like today, we're down to 50, and I know last week we were down to 44, as far as overall clan position, and yeah, that says something, doesn't it?
Oh, yep, absolutely.
gives you the results. All right, Za, I think we'll double check this, but I think you might hold the record for the quickest interview, which is not a bad record to hold.
Well, nobody wants to hear Za speak more than Za has to speak, and I completely get that.
All right, thanks very much.
All right, buddy. We'll catch
All
you.
right, that's a really good interview with Za. I really enjoy listening to what he's got to say as far as the ideas with drills and basically getting this clan better. And I think one of the reasons why I do this interview or this video is so that we can see that last week we've been consistently getting better every single week. We might slip a little bit, a few bits here and there, but there's always a flip side to those numbers, like this week with how many wins we had in skirmish in global map. So the only thing I want to leave you with is something called the ops sheet. It's in TeamSpeak in the operations center, I believe is where it's a Google Doc thing. I don't know what exactly the link looks like, but this is what it looks like. And it is basically a huge compiled data of all of our games that we've been playing on the global map. So after every game, somebody goes in, fills out this form, populates this data. That data then gets broken down into a whole bunch of sub sort of categories like attendance by the day of the week, map, caller, clan, all this kind of stuff, and then it's all plunked down here on this one page. And it's fascinating sometimes to look at. So right now we have a 42% win rate in global map. If we continue to have weeks like this, that green will definitely get bigger. We've played a couple of clans twice, even sometimes 3 times. We seem to be doing very well against harm. Obviously, if you've been playing in global maps, you would know that we are killing it in Ensk. We're not doing too bad in Karelia, I think, and Live Oaks. I think if we just practice those 2 maps a little bit more, we might be able to have that swing the other way around. We have stats on who's doing well in calling, who's doing well on which maps. These 2 are very interesting. So how many tanks do we lose? So we lose the most tanks in like on our team on Karelia. Second is Ensk, but there are other maps where it's substantially less, which is kind of interesting. This one, which tells us when we win, what tanks did we bring, what type of average tank lineup. So you can see we consistently take quite a few heavies. And then the attendance part of it is also very interesting, that we aren't consistently having more than 20 people, and we really need to get, between recruiting and any of you guys that are not on TeamSpeak, you need to get on TeamSpeak. We need to get this number consistently above 20. And this also tells us which days of the week we are most successful. So Saturday we had just a crazy amount of games, and we did pretty well. Tuesday and Wednesday is clearly the day where we have a lot of games and we have a lot of wins or a lot of success, at least 50-50. And I think that has to do with the fact that we do have more than 20 people on. And then we're also tracking over the entire campaign how many people have been online. And again, we started off good. This is probably the Tuesday, Wednesday peak, and then it's starting to dip off, and we got to look at keeping the enthusiasm up like that. So anybody can look at this. You can't obviously edit it, but if you're just curious to know, if you're curious to read, some of this stuff is pretty interesting. If you're, don't think that you played very well on steps or something like that, you can go read all the steps games and see what we did, see what they did, watch we hyperlink all if there is a video to the games. So if you wanted to quickly find this particular game and sort of review what happened, then you can find the video really quickly. So hopefully everyone uses this in varying degrees, and hopefully everyone finds it useful. With that, that is the end of this week in review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really enjoy making these videos every week because I really like seeing how well the clan is progressing week from week. Thanks, guys. So shall we do this interview thing?
Yeah, let's get it over with.
All right. So, and you know what I ask?
No, I don't. No idea.
So
Seriously, I don't.
thanks for watching my videos.